are condominiums still too expensive in the Philippines? Can the Philippine government or developers do something to... The reason I asked that last year, a major developer was right here in your seat talking. He is now National Housing Authority General Manager, Mr. Joventay. Last year, 2015, his family also has the tallest condo in Green Hills project. I think Verano condominium, very nice condo. And somebody complaining that Philippine real estate is way too expensive. At that time, hindi pa maganda yung numbers. Your numbers were still the ones you were quoting before. And he remarked something that struck me. Sabi niya, honestly speaking daw, even if all the condo developers daw in the Philippines slash 50% of their selling prices, they are all still earning money daw. Parang, di ko lang kung nasabi lang niya out of honesty or blankness. Do you have an opinion on that? Is it too expensive, the condos?
I'm not gonna comment on the
Hard to comment,
financial structure of
Yes.
these developers, the cost of building. But I think to be fair to these major developers, some of the national players,
They're
they have-
adjusting now.
Exactly. So they're providing attractive payment terms.
Now,
What are we seeing now in the market?
para makabawi sa high price na yan.
Yes, mortgage rates are very expensive, right? Elevated.
Yes.
The developers are in fact already serving as banks.
Yeah.
Diba,
The developers are becoming bankers. Parang
Yes.
nagpapautang na.
They're providing these, for example, one developer, I think RLC.
Yes,
No
RLC.
bank payment
Robinsons.
required. Yes, but you have to pay the completed condo for 120 months, meaning 10.
Pakiulit. For Robinson Land example, anong ginagawa
The
nila?
last that I heard,
Yes.
no bank loan, but you have to pay it completed condo for 120 months, 10 years.
What you mean is kahit na no more bank involved,
Yeah,
you can
no.
buy directly from them.
Directly
They will
from
finance
them.
it 10
Yes.
years.
Yes.
10 years to pay no interest. Ha?
Yes. That's right.
Wow.
That's correct.
10 years, no interest. Basta at the price that they were selling.
Yes.
Wow.
So, these are
Wow,
the
that's
promos
unique,
that
huh?
they have been
So
offering.
they're very adjustable now.
Definitely. So,
In relation to this question, somebody asked also before you came, sa March 25, 2026, the Economist magazine of London had a list that came out on Instagram, the world's most unaffordable housing, number one, Philippines. And then also, another company that came out, Gallup report also 2025 said the Philippines has the worst in housing affordability, with 54% of the people experiencing housing-related financial problems. So this is what you are saying.
Yes.
Nagiging flexible na ang
That's
developers.
and also I look at it, Wilson, just to comment on those articles now.
Yes.
I look at it as an economics major, two sides: demand side, supply side. Demand side, are Filipinos really capable of buying a condominium unit, for example?
Yes.
Because we have socialized housing in the Philippines, right? But not all developers are offering socialized housing. In
Yes.
fact, perhaps the only reason why they would develop socialized housing is for them to be able to comply to the Philippine law, right?
They are
So-
required to allocate ilang
Diba?
percent
Yes.
of their money.
So that's on the demand side. On
Yes.
the supply side, again, developers, when you look at them in Metro Manila, of course, they would build skyscrapers, very tall condos,
Yes.
on a per square meter basis, quite expensive. But they have also been launching outside of Metro Manila. And some
More
of these
affordable.
properties are, the more affordable,
Yes.
lower mid, economic, and socialized. In fact,
Yes.
I would like to believe that, if for a buy, a lot of options right now. But
Yes.
I think one key ingredient that was considered there is the socialized housing. That's why it appears to be detached from the reality, while Filipinos primarily can still, only afford socialized housing.
Yes.
A lot of developers have really, limited socialized
Can
housing.
you please define socialized housing today? How does the
Socialized would
government
be at about 500,000 pesos per unit and less.
500,000
Yes.
per unit or less?
Or less, yes. So the more expensive are the economic, the bowl.
How much is economic housing now?
The affordable
Economic housing?
would be at about 1 million to a million to 2.5.
To 2.5.
Yes.
Ano yung maximum of Pag-ibig now? Loans, Pag-ibig government loans.
6 million, right? From
I think
Pag-
6 million na.
up to that segment of the lower mid. Lower mid kasi is 3.6 to 7. So from
3.6
that,
to 7 is,
6 million. So lower mid is 3.6 to 7, and then
yes.
of course you have affordable 2.5 to 3.6. So 2.5 below you would see the economic.
Yes.
So about 1 million to 2.5, and then
Yes.
below that, so you now have the socialized housing unit.
So this is still a big opportunity for the economy of the Philippines?
I would say so. I think now the challenges for the developers,
Yes.
they have been very aggressive in launching master plan communities outside of Metro Manila, right?
Yes.
Similar to what I mentioned earlier. I think now the challenge is how can they offer a good mix of, not just the upper mid-income or lower
Yes.
mid-income, but even the affordable down to economic and socialized. They have been very aggressive launching
Yes.
master plan communities. I think that there should be a right balance, between what the market can afford and what the market has really been supplying at this point. But I think, Wilson, for this gap to be addressed,
Yes.
the government should take a proactive role. Talking
Yes.
to developers, helping them identify what kind of property in the countryside
Yes.
is viable, not just viable, but
Yes.
livable. Diba?
Yes.
Because even if you transfer, for example, a lot of urban dwellers here in Metro Manila
Yes.
to some areas in the countryside, say parts of Rizal, Bulacan, Pampanga,
Yes.
is there enough commercial activities in those areas where
Yes.
they can really live and work and play
And
even
education.
shop?
Yes.
And exactly, and go and study. And I mentioned this master plan communities. One
Yes.
trend that we're seeing now is developers have also been inviting a lot of universities, campuses,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So there will be a UP in Villar City, LaSalle
Yes.
also in some townships in Davao. There's a Miriam College in Alvera in Pampanga. But of course, these are tertiary institutions. Of course, you want to cater to the public, so build more public schools and cater to the masses. So
Better transportation.
that's correct, of course.
More
It's all
subways.
in.
More
But
trains.
I think that already is part of the process, Wilson, because if you look at master plan communities,
Yes.
there's proper land development already, right?
Yes.
So there's ample, very good road network already. Hopefully, the government and the private sector address in the near to medium term.
What about banks? Are banks more receptive to real estate housing loans now? How are banks reacting to this situation? Are they as flexible as developers now? Are they more supportive of housing developers, housing buyers? What do you see different or no difference in
Yeah.
their behavior?
I'd only give you one indicator here, Wilson. It's the mortgage rate.
Yes.
The mortgage rate still at about 7.7, 7.8%, even if the
7
central
point
bank 7.7 to 7.8.
to 7.8, yes.
Even if the central bank has really been aggressive in
Yes.
cutting policy rates, there has been no significant reduction.
So-
which somehow gives us an idea that perhaps the banking sector
Are
is
too
not
conservative.
yet exactly too conservative, not yet that keen in lending to the public.
So banks are not adjusting like the government is.
That is what we're seeing right now.
that's what you wish they would do.
Oh,
If the
of course.
government lowers bank interest rate, they should also
I
adjust
think so.
and help the mortgage.
That-
No.
That's correct. Yeah, diba? I think
Yes.
especially for the end user market.
Yes, yes, yes. That's very
Those
good
in the
idea.
countryside outside of Metro Manila.
It,
I think
it will be, yes.
I mean I understand the resistance to the speculative market.
Yes, yes.
But for the end user market, I think they should be more open.
Very good. For end user market, they will know naman kung end user or speculative. di ba?
Well, that is one information that is usually concealed to the
Yes.
public, so we can
Yes.
do that. We can gather that data. But I think that the banks, if they really want to filter if
Yes.
the loan is for speculation,
Yes, yes.
diba, speculative type of purchase or end user,
Yes.
I think of course buyer would be more than willing to disclose. Right?
Yes, yes. So very good. Any other questions? Don't be shy. Ayun.
Don't be shy,
Pwedeng
please.
yung microphone. Feel free to mention your name if you wish.
For residential properties near infrastructure projects like subway stations, can we still expect property value appreciation, specifically in BGC, wherein prices of the existing total units there are already high?
That's a very good question. Yes, we're still projecting that. In fact, we did a report on that topic back in 2019, just before. As related literature, there's an ADB study kasi. When the government was still identifying the MRT3 stations, the speculation for prices really went up, meaning there was already a price increase of these properties just
on the
before the
plan?
actual digging. Yes. They were just on that stage when they identified the stations.
Not only BGC, I think all over Metro Manila.
Yeah. My recollection is correct. There's about 17 stations of this
17,
subway station. The BGC area has 2, right? I'll give you an anecdote, Wilson.
BGC has two.
Yes.
Wow.
There was this seller from Alveo. So Alveo has a project near one of the subway stations in BGC. It's called Park East Place.
Ano
And it's
pangalan?
one of the most
Ano pangalan?
expensive. Park East Place.
Far East.
Park East Place.
Park East Place.
Park East, yeah. So I think that's
Yes.
about 400,000 pesos per square at the time.
When was this?
Sorry.
What year was this?
This was 2024.
Yes.
So he approached me because I did a lot of briefings for Alveo before.
Yes, yes.
And Joey, I was able to sell 6 3BR
Wow.
units of
3 bedrooms.
Park East Place to British investors. And then I asked them, galing mo naman, what did you do? I just showed them your ANC interview
Wow.
discussing the subway.
Wow.
Because, the British investors, these are
We should treat you.
the
Grabe.
British investors, they know that these price appreciation really happen, and they know that this isn't what I mentioned wasn't just bluff. Because
Yes.
they probably have been to other more affluent Asian economies, and they saw how
Yes.
prices increase, right? Hong Kong, Singapore.
Even,
So they were
diba, when we go out of the country and travel, look for a hotel,
yes,
diba, if you're near the subway station, everyone would prefer that.
correct.
Diba?
Yes.
Kahit a walking distance.
My recent trip in Singapore, I
Yes.
experienced that because I looked at those near the subway, and even in Bangkok pala when I went there,
Diba?
near their BTS.
You want the near the station?
Yes. Kasi pag akyat mo sa MRT, essentially interconnected ka na sa
The entire city. Yes.
And in Singapore, mahal ng Grab, So,
Hindi lang single. Tsaka hindi lang mahal. It's the convenience.
exactly. But
Diba?
yun na nga, I think one way for them to discourage siguro use of cars, di ba?
Yes, yes.
So you take that.
Good question yan, ha? 17 subway stations.
Yeah.
What about new MRT stations pa?
Oo.
There are, di ba, new expansions of MRT and LRT.
I think the problem lang, Wilson, of course, and you're
Yeah.
probably familiar with this, the government did not, and you read the column of Shell Habito today in the Philippine
Today, yes.
diba? Sabi niya, we actually have a lot of countries
Yes.
are actually proactive in trying to lend us money, diba? To build
Yes.
the North-South Commuter Railway, the Metro Manila Subway. These
Yes,
are
yes,
ATV,
yes.
JICA funded.
Yes, yes.
The problem is the government, because if it's an official development assistance funded by a foreign government,
Yes.
we should have our counterpart funding also, which is relatively smaller. Diba?
Yes, we don't have.
In the last two budgets, I think,
Yes.
2024, 2025, they did not allocate the counterpart funding. So, according to reports,
I like
the
that.
subway will now be delayed by 4 years. It should be
Not
completed by
underfunding.
2029.
So, subway completion delay by how many years?
I think 4 years based on their estimate because we
Grabe.
allocate funding. Because the delay,
Incredible.
right-of-way passage, right-of-way
But
acquisition.
how come they have so much money for flood control?
Oh, well, your guess is as good as mine.
That's
So,
incredible, huh? So delay the project by 4 years.
yeah.
Incredible.
Just because they did not allocate that counterpart,
Fantastic. Oh,
which they
grabe.
should have done in the first place.
That should be illegal, ah. Ayun, dali. May tanong dito. Mas magaling pa sa politics.
Yeah. This is my 2 cents. As a mother, as a consumer, my concern is that even the developers had lowered down their prices, which should be affordable to Filipinos.
Yeah.
My problem is that the 12% VAT. I hope you can help us through Pandesal Forum and through Collier that
Yeah.
we have to make the government and the developer and all the accountants and all the legal departments of the government.
Yes.
Because for me, they are saying that the 3.6, I think 3.6 and above will be charged with VAT. Is that correct? What I'm saying, when you buy 3.7, even from the 1 peso to the 3.6, there is a charge of 12%. Meaning to say, hindi rin tayo nakatipid. For us Filipinos, it's hard to do, it's hard to accumulate that expenses because it would probably cost you about 500,000 to 700,000 before buying a condominium. So bakit hindi kayang isipin ng ating mga leaders na, hello, are you a government really? Or you are just making money for the Filipino people?
Yeah.
For sure, for me, there will be a backlog. Kasi itong mga backlog na to, yung mga condominium natin, 2-bedroom, isa lang ang CR.
Yes.
Sana naman, 1 studio or 1 bedroom, you will only spend a little to make it 2-door. Okay lang separate ang bowl, ang toilet, separate ang liguan, ang how you call that?
Yes.
The shower area. Because imagine, if you are a family of 5, all of you have to wake up so early just to make pila in 1 CR. Kaya dapat sana help us to do something through your help, sir, my idol. Di po ba?
Yeah.
Hindi natin mareresolve kahit na magtayo ka ng marami if you will not improve and if you will not regulate how the construction is being done. There's no enough air well, kulang sa hangin, puro usok. Imagine in an 18 square meter to 24, it's too small and you put up only a small exhaust fan. So eventually, lahat tayo nagkakasakit. And then we spend the government's fund wherein we paid it on ourselves for the PhilHealth. Talagang umiikot ang sakit, talagang maghihirap ang Pilipino. We will not make good with this. And if all these developers will construct the same error, there is no enough parking, for sure, ganun pa rin ang kababaksakan ng Pilipino per Filipino challenges in life. So I would suggest through your help, it's my first time to talk because I'm a mother and I am makabayan. And I'm sure you are also, even if you're a Chinese,
Yes,
I know your heart
of
is with
course.
Filipinos, sir, because you were born here.
Very Pinoy na si Wilson.
Yeah,
But,
Pinoy na Pinoy.
Yeah,
Kaya I'm taking advantage na with you through your help,
Yeah.
help us to do this advocacy. Kahit na isang CR lang, at least you have to separate the door for the restroom, CR, and the shower room. It will only cost about 30,000. And I will also tell that to our beloved Mayor Vico Soto. Because he is a good man and I'm sure he will also adopt that. Because being a mother, you can say what you want for as long as it's for the good, for a good cause. Sana po yung VAT natin ma-study. Sana yung construction ma-study.
yeah.
Tapos, hindi lang condominium kasi yung 500,000 you can already create a good house. Para everybody, especially the children, you can go on time sa school. You are not late. And your back, yung basa ang likod because you've been traveling, basa pang likod and they get sick. So I hope we can have a better Philippines in the future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Help us to have a better Philippines. Marita Miranda po, I always buy your pandesal, I go here.
I think just to comment on that, ma'am, no, a lot of the broker groups, of course, including
Thank
the
you.
shelter agencies, are working with the government. For example, OSHTAP,
Yes.
diba? Organization of Socialized Economic Housing, CREBA, Chamber of Real Estate
Anong
Builders.
advocacy nila like her?
They want to raise yung VAT exemption, Wilson, eh.
Up to when? Up to how a month?
I think they want parang aabot dapat doon sa hanggang sa lower mid.
How
Sa
much?
3.6, di ba?
Ah.
Threshold. So the lower part of that lower mid para
Yes.
more projects will be covered.
Exempted.
Diba? And I think that will result in a more inclusive, di ba, property development.
Good idea yan, ha?
Projects eventually reaching a greater part of the population.
What about design suggestions nila? What is your comment?
Well, of course,
For
that
the
is
developers.
very ideal, and I think again that's a
Good idea.
public-private sector initiative.
Yes.
Of course, the CREBA, of course, the builders associations,
Should have standards.
they should also, diba, they should really work together, no, to really make sure that that is mandated, diba, in all property development.
Thank you, Ms. Marita Miranda of PMRB for your good ideas. Thank you. Si Mr. Freddy of Manila Bulletin, pakisabi full name.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. This is just a simple question crafted along with your discussion. Ang katanungan ko lang po, considering itong situation po natin, do we think that the real estate remain a resilient income-generating industry or prolonged instability or eroding its profitability? Paano ba yon, sir?
Sorry po, papakiulit lang po.
Medyo ano lang yung boses ko, sir. Does the real estate remain a resilient income-generating industry or
income.
just prolonged instability on eroding?
With this unstable situation,
I think sir, right now there will be challenges dun sa will it still be a viable income generating sector, because as I mentioned right now, diba, as Wilson also highlighted earlier, it's an end users market at this point. So if you buy a condo, a house and lot, and then you live in it, diba, or you rent in that condo or house and lot, it is favorable to you. But if you buy now and then you look for another buyer, diba, if you want to flip it or renter, there are challenges. In fact, yes. In fact, even before this Middle East crisis, we're already seeing that, no? Because we can't deny the fact that some developers overbuilt at the height of the
Yes.
POGO demand. And
Yes.
what happened in 2020? The pandemic happened, the POGOs left the Philippines, they vacated their offices and residential units. So that left a huge void, no, in the office and residential market. So let's see. hopefully we see some turn.
So more end user right now.
Yes.
More end user would benefit.
More end user.
Yung mga people who want to invest and rent out.
Yeah.
Question mark pa konti, no?
Yeah. So it's the speculative market. Admittedly, there are
Yes.
challenges.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, overall for the office market, again, we're seeing challenges because due diligence getting longer, signing of lease contracts getting a little longer. No, in fact, we have
Yes.
some BPO clients, traditional companies. They were about to sign their lease contracts, but
Yes.
they put those on hold. The residential market, you're correct, Wilson.
Mm.
The end user will still likely remain resilient.
Yes.
Even if we're seeing these challenges in the Middle East.
Maybe the best time to buy for end users.
Buy and rent, diba?
Buy and
it's
rent.
an end user's market right
Good time
now.
to rent, good time to buy
Exactly.
now.
But
Negotiate, ano?
yes, retail and hotel, well, there will be challenges because that discretionary spending segment of
Might
our
go down.
incomes will be affected.
Yes, yes.
diba?
Consumer spending.
But the logistics sector, well, as I mentioned, there are some surcharges right now because of higher cost of diesel, gas.
Yes.
So, if you order online, expect
Yes.
some increases, no? Because it's now
online
more
narinig mo,
expensive.
Marisa, mga online orders i-increase daw because
Yes.
of
No, because
surcharges.
it's becoming more expensive, no?
Yes.
Unless the shipping companies, third-party logistics providers really,
Yes.
navigate this
resourceful.
challenge soon. So, yeah, there's some challenges, there's some tailwinds, headwinds, but again, a clear picture of the first quarter will probably be painted after we present our update on April 29 and 30. And as promised to Wilson, I'll be back
Yes,
here.
I will be
invite
back.
reporters for
Maybe
the
we
next
can do it
property
on a
update.
Saturday para
yeah.
they have
Yeah.
more time to come because
Sure.
today is a weekday.
Sure.
Thank you to all the
Yeah.
people who attended despite it's a weekday.
Yeah. And
also
despite
last-
me coming late.
I'll ask the three people asking also, another big question mark is this Iran war na still ceasefire but big question mark. If the war escalates, it might worsen the whole situation for everyone.
Oh, definitely.
If the war continues,
Yes. So we really hope that we see, an immediate resolution.
so you had the same idea as the Pope Leo. You had the same idea.
But I'm not popish.
So, generally,
Thank you.
Thank you very much again to
Thank
Mr.
you.
Joey Bondok.
We'll be back after
Yes.
our next update.
We have to have a picture here.
Yes, yes.
Alam mo dito, Mr. Joey Bondok, whether you are presidential candidate or movie star or ambassador, everyone gets a pandesal pa. Picture tayo for the cameras. Thank you for your very amazing, interesting, and very frank analysis, Mr. Joey Bondok. Thank you very much. And thank you very much to everyone who attended here.